What makes you feel like a loser? Does anything make you feel like a loser? I've been thinking about it, and there's some things that repeatedly make me feel like a loser. And I'm going to talk about what those things are and how I've addressed a few of them. Let's see if you can relate, or if you'll be willing to share after I open my heart out to you, bare my soul, if you will. I'm just going to hang out for a little while, have some coffee. I've had a pretty good day. It's been really relaxing. And I finished up Xander's prayer bottle, which was really good. And that did not make me feel like a loser. Some other things that I'm not feeling like a loser today is because I've accomplished and completed some of the things that normally make me feel like a loser. So I'm feeling pretty good today. Let me tell you some things that make me feel like a loser. Having a dirty house, skipping gym time, not keeping up on my reading material, delaying on my bills, really super made me feel like a loser. When my house is dirty, I feel like a loser. I feel like I haven't taken care of my environment. I haven't taken care of the things that I've worked for, that I've structured this whole environment, and I'm just like not being a good steward of it. So that makes me feel like a loser. A dirty house makes me feel like a loser. Another thing that makes me feel like a loser is skipping gym time. Obviously, I've skipped gym time for many months now for various reasons. We had the flu, we had bad weather, and that was really terrifying, that flu. And we have a new gym now, and I'm just, quite frankly, I'm not confident in that gym. I don't know how to use the new equipment. I don't have my groove in there yet. I'm just going to yoga and doing like some baby workouts and stuff as far as doing a training for powerlifting. I've got to make up my mind because one's coming up. If I'm going to compete, I've got to get in there. So skipping gym time really makes me feel like a loser. So I'm feeling loser-like in that domain of my life, I've got to tell you. Another thing that makes me feel like a loser is not paying my bills on time. And I should have paid my bills yesterday, but since today's Sunday, technically, I'm okay to wait and do them this afternoon, which I will. I already have everything all set up. So all I got to do is, it's going to take me like maybe 30 minutes to do that. But if I delay it and procrastinate it, I just feel like the biggest loser. I think I'm not being an adult-like when I don't pay my bills. And I used to not be that way. So I don't know why I keep putting it off now. I guess it's because sometimes if I don't have enough money, if I'm not sure I'm going to have enough money, getting in there and paying them is really going to let me know, do I have enough money or not? And that's not the case right now because I've worked really hard to get some extra financial buffers going on in there. Another thing that makes me feel like a loser is unread material. And I used to stack it up like on my nightstand. This is actually a book, Christy, that I want to reread. I read it when I was a little girl, and I really liked it. But I used to take all these magazines. I took the newspaper. I read novels. I just read stuff all the time. Like that. And my mom would give me books, and I would read them. And since I've started working on my doctorate, I could not keep up with the newspapers. I could not keep up with the magazines. Forget about reading the novels, things like that. That just wasn't happening. So that makes me feel like a loser that I'm not reading books like I used to do. So those are some things that really make me feel like a loser. Not having a clean house, which includes the house and the yard. Not reading the things the way I think they need to be read. Not paying my bills on time, and not getting in my gym time. So those are 4 things that really make me feel like a super loser. What are some things that make you feel like a super loser? And do we know why? It's like, I do know why some of these make me feel like a super loser. So today, I'm not feeling that bad because my house is clean. I mowed the grass yesterday. That's all good. Most of the laundry's caught up. I'm all caught up on my grading. And the way that I dealt with the reading stuff was I just don't try to go to the library and read novels anymore. I do a lot of my reading online. You don't have that satisfaction when you read stuff online of saying, I finished something. I started this book, I read it, and I finished it, and there it is, and I read it. When you're reading stuff online, it's just like these invisible little things that you're reading, and you never know when you're done, right? Because you're like one click away from another thing to read about, whatever it is. So there's no finishing. There's no tangible proof that you read anything. So I've just had to come to the mental state that I do plenty of reading in a day. I just don't read newspapers and magazines and books the way that I used to. So that's how I dealt with that. Paying the bills, it used to be tedious because it's writing a check, putting on an envelope, addressing the envelope, getting a stamp, and taking them to the post office or putting in the mailbox, all that kind of stuff. So a friend told me about bill pay, which is online bill payment, and that simplified everything. Put everything I can on my charge card, Everything else is like this bill to me, or either auto pay, and then once a month I go in there and just do one payment on the credit card to cover my gas, groceries, everything else that I buy. Simple, simple, simple. So it's not even that big of a thing. Not even that big of a thing. And keeping my house clean is just, I keep procrastinating because I keep thinking I need to do some work for my career or something like that. And I just kept putting it off. And finally, about a month ago, I was like, you know what? I'm stressed out at home because I keep putting my cleaning and my laundry on the back burner, and it's going to come to the front burner because I've worked for this life. I've built this house, built it and furnished it and took care of it. So I want to see it clean. I want to see it clean and organized. So I've started making that a priority for me. And I'm much happier. I'm much more at peace, much more serene, shall we say. I think it was just a matter of me prioritizing and quit doing everything for everybody else. It didn't even really matter when I enjoy my clean house every minute that I'm here. And then as far as going to the gym, well, I'm already dressed to go to the gym, so I should just go this afternoon and do something, right? Because even if I get in there and do something, something's better than nothing, and getting those good habits built up again, and just getting in there is going to help me build my confidence, so I get back in the groove of that stuff. Plus, my friends are there. It's like I'm not too proud to just walk up to somebody and say, hey, I don't know how to use this. Will you show me how to use it? I guess I've done that before, so I just need to do that. So anyway, those are some things that make me feel like a loser and how I sometimes deal with them. So what makes you feel like a loser and how do you deal with it? And if you want to share. Thanks for watching. Remember, it's free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, share the video if appropriate. And until next time, let's identify those things that make us think we're losers and try to address them if we can, because, hey, we don't need to go through life feeling like losers all the time, right? In some ways, we're all losers. In some ways, we're all winners. Bye.